My favorite season is here, spring. So I'm gonna show you guys 5 spring nail designs that I'd actually wear, and you might see them on my nails too. First, I'm starting with a pink base color. I cure that for 60 seconds and then use my dotting tool, create 5 dots, and then I connect them. I like to use the dotting tool because it keeps the flower round and not so like spiky. Like if you like the spike look, then a toothpick works just as well. I cure that for 30 seconds and go back in and add more color if needed, which most of the time you do. And then the final step is just using that dotting tool with a darker color to create the center. Cure your final design for 30 seconds, add the top coat, cure for 60 seconds, and voila, you have your first design. Design number 2 is starting with a white base, adding blue stripes. I like to go from top to bottom if I'm doing a press on. If I'm using my natural nails, then bottom to top. I like to create the lines first, cure them for 30 seconds, and then go in and add more color if needed. Taking your time on these is important because then it keeps your lines straight so you're not zigzagging and helps steady your hand as well. Now to add a little spice to it, we're going to go in with a dotting tool and create little lemons. I wanted to round out my lemons more, so I went in with a brush and just kind of created a better oval with it. The dotting tool can do the same thing, I just prefer brushes. To add some more details, I love to create little leaves. I use a really small brush and kind of create like a leaf-like shape as I'm showing the video, and then adding the little white on top just gives it that like lemon look. Same process as before, cure 30, add your top coat, cure 60, and your design is there. Now using the pink base again. Now this is the first time I have done a flower on nails that's like this, like a full stemmed flower. So just kind of showing you the way I'm drawing the flower with my thin brush. Again, I always recommend thin nail brushes because it's easier to paint. I went with a tulip look because I feel like that's the easiest flower to make when it comes to like starting out with flowers on nails. As you can see, using a small brush again, kind of just creating like a little heart indent, but obviously curving it more like a flower. I like the 2, but then I wanted to add 3. And then I went in with white behind it to kind of give it more of a pop. But the important part is to go back over with the pink, so it's not like looking like an outline, if that kind of makes sense. I also did add some white into the leaves. Cure for 30 seconds, top coat, cure for 60, and here is your design. I'm proud of this. Alright, 4th design, I went in with the same base coat. Funny that all these base coats are the same, but that's okay. And then I'm creating a French tip. This is the exact process I use to make my French tips. I like to do that crisscross first and then cure for 30 seconds and then go in and create the rest. Again, you sometimes need to have more product, but it's always good to start thin and then add more. Here I'm using my dotting tool to create little cherries. I like to start with the 2 little dots, kind of place them where I want, and then I'll cure for 30 seconds. Go in and create the stem with the green like I'm showing. Stems get a little tricky, so I always try to use less polish first in a thin brush, and then I'll add more if needed. This was my favorite design last year, and I probably will do it again this spring. Cure the design for 30 seconds, top coat, cure 60 seconds, and you have your 4th design. If you couldn't tell, this is my favorite base coat. LOL. So same process as the cherries with this French tip, except we're using yellow. Using my dotting tool to create that little oval for a bee, cure for 30 seconds, going in, making my little lines, curing for 30 seconds after this as well, then going in with white to make the little wings, cure for 30 seconds, cure pretty much after each design detail so you're not losing it. Using the top of the brush to create little lines. If you mess up, acetone on a brush, erase it kind of like how I did, and try again. Then I created a little star like diamond thing to like give that little sprinkle at the tip. Same top coat process. This is why I love this top coat because it just brings the whole design out. Here is the final 5 designs. You will see more than one of these on my nails this spring. Here are the 5 designs. They're that way. then this way. Oh, they're so cute. This is one of my favorites, is the cherries and the blue. And then the cute little bee. Oh, this is my first attempt at the flowers. So you guys should comment and let me know which one is your favorite and that you're gonna try.